Hey everybody, it's Greg Miliatis from StartMyConsultingBusiness.com, and today I want to talk to you about how to create a profitable consulting business without being an expert. So a lot of people who I talk to who are interested in being a freelancer or a consultant, they delay, they hesitate, and they never even start their consulting business because they think that before they start their consulting business they need to be an expert, and that's wrong. Now, there is a two-part secret to create a profitable consulting business, but being an expert isn't part of the secret. I'll get to the secret in just a moment. So you do have to have some level of competency in your niche or in your market or industry to have a profitable consulting or freelance business, but you don't have to be an expert. Now, this might sound kind of scammy or kind of weird, but this is totally legitimate, and I'm not saying to misrepresent yourself or try to scam your clients or anything. Everything that you do should be above board, done in honesty with integrity. That's how you create a sustainable business. So don't misrepresent yourself. But what I'm going to do is talk to you about a couple of examples of why you don't need to be an expert to have a profitable consulting business. So if you've dug around on my blog at all, you might know that I work with law firms. I automate and customize their software. And that's generally the kind of work that I do. Am I a software engineer? No. Do I have a degree in computer science? No. Am I an attorney? No. So I don't really even consider myself a software developer, although I do write a lot of code. And a lot of tech folks like me who work with technology and do programming and things, they like to pepper their resumes with lots of acronyms and the computer languages that they know or technologies that they've worked with. And it might look impressive on a resume and it might even get you a job, but you and I are consultants and we're not interested in a job. We'd rather have clients. So keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to kind of go through real quickly how I would rate myself in terms of whether I'm an expert or a novice. On the skills that I know and the computer languages that I know. So on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being an expert, here's how I would rate myself on those programming languages. For SQL, probably about a 4. HTML, 3. VBA, about a 3. PHP, 2. And C#, a 1. I'm pretty much a novice with C#. So what's missing? Well, there aren't any 5s. I'm not an expert. So what's up with that? Why do I have clients? Why would anyone pay me my hourly rate right now, which is roughly about $175 an hour? Why would they pay me that much for my services if I'm not an expert? So here's where the two-part secret comes in. To be a successful consultant, you have to be in a specialized niche and you have to provide value to your clients. So I'm fortunate to be in a specialized niche where my skills, you can use my skills to provide value for my clients, and the hourly rate is quite high, which is very nice. So that's my specialized niche. Now I also provide value through the skills that I have and how I use those with my clients. Let me give you one example of how I do that. I mentioned how I automate and I customize things for clients. So I had a client who every weekend she had to create this report. So she would actually stay late at the office on Friday evening working on this report, creating this report. She would come back into the office on Saturday, keep working on the report, checking through it, copying data, pasting data, looking through totals and double and triple checking totals. She'd go back into the office on Sunday and finish it up, and she still wasn't quite sure that the numbers on the report were accurate. So what I did is I came in, I looked at the whole process, looked at where the data was coming from, and automated that report. So now in Excel, she clicks a button, and in about 10 seconds, she gets all the data. It's accurate, it's fast, and she's got everything that she needs. Now, the time that she saved is valuable to her and to the firm, and it's also valuable to the firm that the data is actually accurate. So all that value that I provided to the firm was something that they were happy to pay me for. Now, can other people create these kinds of reports probably better than me? Yes. Am I the only one who can do it? No. But are those other people in my niche? No. So I'm in a specialized niche where I can provide value to my clients. And that's really the key to creating a profitable consulting business. So one more thing about technical skills. Even if you don't have technical skills, you can still be a profitable and successful consultant. Technical skills are a commodity. That means they can be outsourced. And actually, I've outsourced technical work for things that I don't necessarily do or do well. So you can outsource those technical skills. You don't necessarily need technical skills to provide value to a client. The more uncommon and more lucrative skills are to be able to identify their biggest problems and to create solutions that provide value for them. So essentially what you're doing is you're making their problems go away. So people are going to pay for a benefit. They don't care about your skills. They want a benefit. So that's what you need to provide them. So the more you know your niche, the more you can identify those problems, the more you understand their problems, the better you can create solutions that are going to solve those problems and make those problems go away and provide value that they'll be happy to pay you for. So if you got this far in the video, you obviously like the content, so make sure to go to startmyconsultingbusiness.com and sign up for the free newsletter where I give free tactics and strategies on how to build a sustainable and profitable consulting business and maybe even ditch your day job. And share this video if you know anybody who's interested in starting a consulting business or freelancing and could benefit from this information. Share it with them. Share it on Twitter or Pinterest, Google+, Facebook, like it on Facebook, and also leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.